guys, good afternoon, good evening. In today's tutorial, I will teach you how to create a website, specifically construction website uh, for um, for your construction business, either be plumber or anything that has to do with construction or refurbishment, doesn't matter. This template, this theme, which is in WordPress, um, works well. And it's great. So this is the end product. This is what you're gonna end up with after you're gonna watch this tutorial, which is gonna be a short tutorial. I don't think it's gonna take more than 15-20 minutes, but I will try to make it as quick as possible and as easy as possible to follow. So in order to start, I will first show you how it's gonna look. So for example, for my business company, I put this domain that I created the website under this domain. But in your case, it's going to be obviously a different name, like yourconstructioncompany.com, something like that. So this is what you're going to have. You're going to have this nice banner with the menu here, obviously a portfolio page, contact, a blog if you want. This is optional. You're going to have the services here, about, and the home. Here is going to be your logo. Here's going to be an extra menu, which is going to open like this with social media icons. Then you're going to have this banner where you have a button here. When you click, it's going to explain more about the company. Then we're going to go down, scroll down. We're going to have these three options here actually. Like building plans, quality work, and so on. Obviously, this stuff can be changed after you follow the tutorial. You will end up with this, but then you can change all these things. And then you're going to have a slideshow here where all the latest portfolios, or you can put here about us, like what you guys exactly do in your construction business. Our experts, for example, here you can put all the people that either work for you guys or they're associated with your business, like the architect, the manager, the engineer. If you're one person in the business or have a team, you can always put everybody here. It's great that another company that wants to sign up for a quotation for a construction work with you, they know with who they're dealing. So that's why it's very important to have this section. Then we have the portfolio page here, where anybody visiting your website is going to be able to see a portfolio of other works you have done, other jobs, previous jobs you've done. It's very important. Then here we have the section where we have some logos of other companies that you subcontracted or work with. Like, for example, if you use some products, specific products for your construction business, you can use their logos here and say, we work with these companies, our clients, which is very interesting. Subscribe now. This is a section where you have a subscription form. Someone enters the name and the email, clicks this button, then automatically you'll get a new subscriber. And this is very interesting and very important to have on your website, because when someone visits your website and wants to be kept updated with the latest information of what you're doing and changes in your business, anything that they want to be updated with about your company and about your website, this is their space. This is where they enter the name, the email, and then you have a new subscriber, which means whenever you're going to do in the future email marketing, like you're going to invest time and money probably in online SEO or organic SEO or any type of online marketing strategy that you apply, which one of these strategies is email marketing. And when you're going to do that, obviously you will have lots of customers that signed up with, and that's one of the best way to gain trust in customers, they win your trust by having this form because they sign up with you, and when you're going to send them email marketing campaigns, they know it's you and they're going to trust you. They won't spam you. So it's very important to have this on pretty much any type of websites. Then the next thing we have here is like other people that probably left reviews. This is the review section where people say good things about your company, like testimonials, which is very good. Then we have another slideshow here about, again, other projects or anything that you want to put here. Then we have here drop us a line. This is like a section where we have a contact form where people can contact you, visitors of the website, possible clients contact you. They fill up this form, they click this button, you get an email, and from there you take charge and either call them or email them. This can be adjusted, this form, to add another field where you can put a mobile phone number where they can enter their mobile phone or landline. And here you have the addresses. For example, if for example your company has offices throughout the world, or you have only offices in London, UK, or United Kingdom, or America, or wherever you are coming from, if you have more offices, you can put them all here, or later on can be adjusted to have only one office. Then here you can put how many projects you've been worked, I mean, how many years you've been worked in this field, in construction business or refurbishment, how many projects you've done so far, 37, 42 partners, people that you worked with, teams, how many people there in the team, you can put here 29 or 15, doesn't matter. As I said, once the team is going to be implemented, this is something you can change, or you can ask WPHostee to change it for you for free. And we'll get there in a second because that's very interesting. I discovered this web hosting company, which I'm hosting my website with, which is WPHostee.com. It's enough for you to host your website with them, and they change literally everything that you see on this template once I show you how to install your template. So basically, by showing you how to install this template, you're saving a lot of money. You don't need to pay a designer. You just install the template and then simply go to these guys here, buy a hosting plan with them, which the minimum is £10 per month. You buy with them and then you open tickets with them and ask them to change those things until you finish the website, to change those things on your website. Like, for example, the numbers here, probably the image. Okay, it's good to know. So this is another section, very cool. And then this is another section in the footer where you can put your email, your address, your phone numbers, social media accounts, and so on. We won't go through all the pages, otherwise we're going to lose a lot of time. But this is going to be the portfolio page, the blog, the services, as I said. So how to get started? Very easy. You simply go to WPHostee, because as I said, in order to create this theme, this template, to add it to your website, you have to buy a web hosting plan, because you can't have a website if you don't buy a web hosting plan first, and a domain. So you can go here to WPHostee, and once you go here, click on WordPress hosting. Once you've done that, you scroll down until you find a section where it says one-click WordPress install. Once you get here, just choose the simplest and the beginning, the one-click starter VP. You don't need to pay for it. You just choose this one, and it's fair enough, good. It's good enough with 10 gigabytes, one website, MySQL databases, 5 email accounts. You can create custom email accounts with them. They create it for you, actually, again, for free, as long as you buy a hosting plan with them. Park domains and so on. So you click this button, then it's gonna send you here. Once you arrive here, you will have these 3 options, but if you have to buy a domain, because you might not have a domain, then you have to type in your domain here, click the extension. For example, if you're in United Kingdom and you're a company, I'll recommend you this domain with this extension. It's a top level domain name. Or if you are in Europe, kind of, or a company, then again you can choose .com. Most likely you're going to use .com because .com is a very popular domain name. And by the way, this is one of my biggest recommendation I always give to my clients when I create them websites in WordPress is to buy domain names that with a .com domain name, to use it as a primary domain name, and say if they're in London, UK, or United Kingdom, anywhere, they should also choose .co.uk and .uk. Buying these three domain names with one, which is the popular one, and then this as an example, if you are in UK, these two domains to buy them also is very important because you're securing your branding, meaning nobody else can buy by geolocation that domain name. Otherwise, if they do, and let's say you only buy the .com domain name, but you forgot to buy the .co.uk and .uk domain name, then that's when you're going to end up later on realizing that someone, for example, cloned your website, it's stealing your traffic. By the time you realize that, it's too late. You lost a lot of time and money, and so buying the domain name, you're securing your branding at the domain level, and not only that, but you're staying away from these kind of scams that happen sometimes. For example, domain harvesting, it's another thing. You forgot to buy your domain name by geolocation. Again, you are in UK, you should buy this. Very, very important. This is more this is like the .com is like a domain that you can buy only to have it a primary domain on it for the website, or you can buy it because it's famous, because it's popular, too popular, that the probability for someone to type in your website .com, it's more than any other domain names, I would say. It's one of the oldest domain names. So by doing that, you're just limiting the chances of someone buying your domain name for £9 a year. And when they do that, they're going to sell it to you for 500, 600 pounds, how much they want. Depends how famous and popular your company becomes. We had a client a while ago, came after 3 years. He didn't listen our advice, came after 3 years just to tell us that how foolish it was for him not to buy the domain name at that time when we recommended. And what happened, he got very famous, an influencer. I won't give his name, it's private. But he forgot to buy it, and he became very influential on the internet and very famous. And when he realized that he didn't buy the right domain names at the beginning, he had to pay like £800, I remember, for one domain, because someone else bought it and then resold it again to a price that he wanted. They put the price as they wish. Anyway, let's go quickly back to the main reason of this tutorial. Sorry to keep, but this is very important with the domain, that's why I explained you this. So in my case, I won't buy a domain name. I will choose this one because I already have a domain name, and it's called this one, which I will use it for the website, and then .com, and I'm gonna put a dot here, .com. And so, but in your case, if you have a domain already, you can choose this option to transfer. You click here, you put your domain with the extension and click transfer, and then transfer the domain. If you don't know how to do that, open a live chat with us, and very quickly we're going to help you with that. You don't know how to register a domain, don't worry, we'll help you with that either also. But in my case, because I have a domain already and I want to use it, I will use this one. So I'll click use, I'll wait, and when I get to this place here, they're going to ask me if I want the domain to be free for the first year, and I will choose yes, because see, if I pay monthly, it's $14.95, but if I pay for 12 months in advance, it's gonna drop down to $13.95. per month times 12 months. So it's gonna be this price, 167. But as I said, once you pay this per year, this is the price per year. You won't pay the 14.95, because if you pay 14.95, it's gonna be much expensive per year. So that's why I suggest you to use this one. And by the way, you might wonder, why did I choose this hosting plan? That's because this hosting plan is a one-click starter WP, which means WordPress, WP, which means you are installing a software, which is WordPress, to help you create the website faster. And by choosing this hosting plan, you literally, what you're doing is like, by buying the hosting plan, you already install the web hosting plan, the WordPress, like the website. So that's why I choose this hosting plan, because I install already WordPress, the website, automatically. Meaning I don't have to go to the technical part of installing the WordPress and setting it up. So for beginners, this is how you do it. You choose this hosting plan. Then you ignore this, doesn't matter. Then you click continue. And here, okay. And so here, when you go here, I will use I won't pay this money now, but I will choose a discounted coupon code in my case. YouTube 2024. I will choose this code and click validate so that I pay £0. By doing this, actually, I will be able to create this tutorial. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do it. But in your case, by the time I finish this tutorial, I will give you a 25% discount. So basically, from this money, you will pay 25% is going to be discounted from this money. By using the same code, by using the same promo code here that I just gave you, you will have a discount of 25%. Okay, so then you click checkout. Once you click checkout, you're gonna have to enter your information, which is gonna be the first name, last name, the email address, the phone number. This is optional if you have a company. The address. Then you're gonna have the city. You enter all this information here. And once you enter this information, you have to go down here, create your password. If you want a strong password, I'll suggest you click this button. And when you click this button, literally the system is going to generate the password. So what you do, either you copy it like that, or you click copy to clipboard and insert. It inserts the password and also copies to the clipboard, which means if you open a notepad, you can paste the password there. But otherwise, you can create your own password if you want. It's no problem. Then you're going to have to enter your information here. And I will enter my card. And I have to blur this. Okay. Okay. So I've entered my card information, bank account information, so that I can pay for this hosting plan, which is £0. I'll suggest you to have this clicked. Then check here. Having this clicked here, you'll get promotions and many other offers from this company, WPHostee. And so it's very important to have it on yes, so that you don't miss on discounts and any other offers they have. And they pretty much have many other offers, actually. I was surprised what they have. Complete order. You click complete order. Then I'm gonna be doing this from my account. So I will click continue. You might be asked to confirm with your bank account, obviously. That's the bank talking to you. Then you have to go in your app or whatever. In my case, it shows up like that. But in your case, probably won't show up like that. It's going to be different. But the type of bank account I have is different. So that's why. And I click I approved in the app, which I've done it. It's loading. I have to wait. Yeah, of course, it didn't work because I forgot to put the information here. So just a second, let me put the information. I put some random name, it doesn't matter. Sorry, made a mistake. Okay, then here I say London, London, London. In your case, obviously, you have to put the real address. Generate a password, copy to clipboard, inserted. Then I go back here and I will add the card again. Done. Then I can click this button. Not to get into the same mistake, let me make sure everything is fine now. Yeah. And click complete. Obviously, it's going to ask me again. In my case, I'm going to say continue. As I said, in your case, it might not ask you for this information. It's going to go straight to the account. Just a second. Okay. Yeah, I got a message. And now I can click here. This is only for me that shows up because I have a different bank account and that's why it shows up like that. Otherwise, in your case, might not show that. Anyway, that's just a process of paying. And we have to wait now until we get the confirmation. And obviously, I got a confirmation. And here, as you can see, I'm already in my account because I created an account because I bought a hosting plan. I have the order number. And when I click here, I go to the service, literally to my account. Obviously, you have to give it like maximum 2-3 minutes, something like that, and it's going to be automatic. Basically, the service and the domain is going to show up. As you can see, I'm waiting for this web hosting company to, because it's pending, but I have to wait a little bit for them to give me to approve the order. So give me just a second. I'll resolve that with them and I'll get back. Okay, great. So basically they approved it. As you can see now it shows up. The domain takes a little bit longer, but maybe 1 hour max, and it's going to show up as well. And so when you're going to click here, you will realize that not only that I bought the domain with them, well, in my case, it's been bought already, but when you're going to buy a domain, you realize how quickly they're going to resolve the padlock. This is the SSL security, SSL certificate. It's a HTTPS security. Meaning that you have a security on your website. Like if you look here, you'll realize the connection is secure. It's going to help you a lot with your website. So that's free. They're never going to charge you for this. As long as you host with them, they're never going to charge you for the SSL certificate. As other companies, they do actually. Anything between £15 and 20, even £50 I've seen. Okay, so that being said, let's get to the next step. This was the first step, securing your account with WPHostee.com. And once you've done that, now you have the environment where to create the website from. So what you do, you click on this service. So again, when you're going to end up with the account, you click on here, then you click here, then you're going to be presented with the option of having login to cPanel or visit the website. And if you remember when I told you that that hosting plan, which is this one click starter VP, install the WordPress for you. If you click here, visit website, you realize that it did already, which means under this domain, not only I have the security connection, which is SSL, secure socket layer means, and HTTPS, which means I'm secure, but I have the domain and I have a WordPress basic website installed. Now you might wonder, how do you log into this WordPress website so that you can actually install that theme? Well, that's very simple. If you go to the emails, which is here, and you will see email history, you'll realize that the welcome email from WordPress, from WPHostee, if you click on this to see the email, you'll realize they gave you the username and the password. So you copy, right click, copy, and then when you go here, you put /wp-admin, click enter, and here you enter a username, you enter the username they gave you, and then the password, which is this one. Okay. And click login. I think it's best to dismiss this, to get rid of this. There might be another way easier. Instead of putting the login and password, let me see. I'm not sure about that, but let me check. Login to cPanel, no. Or admin, I think this is the one. Let me see. If I click here, yeah, that's correct. But you still have to put the username and the password. So, with other words, instead of putting your domain /wp-admin, you can also click here. Yeah, go to website, but let me get that email again. And by the way, the email is close. Yeah, save. So what you do, it's very simple. You go here. First of all, by the way, there are many people, they're ignoring the WordPress install. So if I will be you, I will do this stuff. This is very important because you're gonna make your website, or at least your dashboard, which is the control panel, load faster. So what you do, you click here, disable this, and this leave it because it's important. So now when the WordPress dashboard loads, it's going to load faster because you deleted some, not deleted, but disabled some widgets here. Next one you do, you go to updates to see what updates you have. And it looks like we have a translation wipe update to translate the language, because this is in UK, I believe. Yeah, Great Britain. Yeah, because I'm in Great Britain. Then you go to posts and delete what you don't need, because you don't need this. Click bin. And by the way, another tip I give you, since I'm in the marketing industry as well, not only in the industry of creating websites like web design, but many people do this mistake. They delete it, but they forget to delete it from the bin. Because guess what happens? If you don't delete it from the bin, from this folder, this post ends up on Google, believe it or not. It's going to end up on Google, and Google is going to index deleted pages and posts. And that's how you can damage the reputation or the authority of your domain. So that's why I'm suggesting you to always delete whatever you have in the bin. So click empty bin, and now you can be sure that this post won't show up on Google under your domain. Categories, I suggest you edit this and put news, the basic news, in case you decide to have a blog. Click update. Then you're gonna go to the next one, which is pages, and check all of this, delete, move to bin, apply. You don't need this. Then, as I said, go to the bin again, an empty bin, and now you can be sure that they won't end up on Google search engine or other search engines like Bing and many others. Next, make sure in the comments you don't have anything. Then you go to settings, actually go to plugins, and once you go here you have to delete this and this. Okay, and then you can go to settings. Here you can give the name of for your website. You can say my const DSPR from construction website. As you can see, it's secured, as I said, with this lock. And then you click save changes. Then you go to writing. Another thing I want to tell you, if you're interested to get more clients on your visitors on your website, is to update this. Go here where you see this link, update services. As you can see, it's only one link here. But if you right click on it, open the link in a new tab, you'll realize that WordPress gives you more links. So you have to copy all of this. Like this. Right click, copy, close this. And then here I'm gonna delete this and I paste the new list. So now I have a list of links. You might wonder what this is. Well, what this is exactly what they say here. When you publish a new post, WordPress automatically notifies the following sites. Sorry about that, someone called me. Let me switch this off. Okay. Okay, just a second. Apologize. Forgot to switch off the phone. Yes. And so it says automatically it notifies the following sites meaning these sites, that you've posted something new. This can be a post, and I believe it also involves the web page when you create a web page. But most of the time, or most likely, is going to be the case that all these pages, all these links, services, online services, they're going to notify, if you have a blog, they're going to notify these links that you posted a new post, you created a new article. What this happens, this on their end is gonna notify the somehow it notifies the search engines, including Google, and that helps you a lot. Instead of having one link, you should have all of these links, as I showed you earlier. So you click Save Changes. Once that's done, you go to the next reading. And when you go here, make sure there is nothing to do here, but make sure this is not checked like this. Make sure it's unchecked. If you check this, or someone that works on your website checked it, that means you're telling Google or any other search engines, please do not index me. And that's the worst thing you can do to your website, because obviously you want to be found, to be indexed on Google. So make sure, or whenever someone works on your website, make sure that they didn't do this check here intentionally or unintentionally, because that's going to affect your business drastically. Literally, you're telling you're telling Google to not be indexed, and that's not what you want. So uncheck, save changes. It was unchecked anyway. It is unchecked by default, so you don't have to worry. But just making sure it's good. Click discussions. Here, I will suggest you uncheck this, and if you don't want to have a blog, then I will suggest uncheck this. But if you want to have a blog, then check it. And this is good to be checked, even though you have a blog or not, for security reasons. It's a long story, no need to get into the subject now. But just to tell you about this too, this is known to cause a lot of load on your website when you have them checked. Again, long story. We won't go into the discussion of this, but it's better to uncheck them. In that case, you click Save Changes, and then you go to Permalinks Media, nothing to do here, just leave it as is. You go to Permalinks, and this is one of the most important thing, I will say. Make sure you check post name so that you have a clear permanent link for each page on your website. If you have anything else, it can affect your SEO efforts and your indexing on the Google search engine. So you want to have a clear and user-friendly, readable link for anyone to understand, including Google, when, for example, you do a sitemap, either be a HTML sitemap or XML sitemap. It's very important to leave it like this, yeah? Then you're going to click Save Changes. Once you've done that, there is nothing here to do. And what is the next step that you're going to do? That when you're going to go to the appearance, you'll find a theme there, okay? And yeah, so once you find a theme, you just click, you just hover with the mouse over appearance, and then it shows you themes. You click themes. Then here you will realize that you have a couple of themes, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Another suggestion of mine is to delete some themes and leave only 2 themes templates. So what you do, leave the 2024 and leave this, but delete this and this. And how you delete it? Click on it, click delete, click OK, done. Again, do the same with this one, done. The reason why you want to do this is because you don't want to have on your WordPress install on your website, you don't want to have more than 2 themes that you're supposed to have anyway. If you have more themes, that means you're going to have more vulnerabilities in case you don't do updates for your WordPress website themes and plugins. So you're going to have more vulnerabilities. You don't want to have that. You need to minimize the vulnerabilities of security vulnerabilities on your website by doing this. So make sure this theme is selected. QI. Anyway, this theme, not this one. The way you realize it's selected is by going, if you see here, it shows a button that says customize. That means this theme is selected. And it even says active here. If I would activate this, you will realize actually it's the other way around now. This shows active and it shows the customize button. So we don't want that, we want this one. Then what you will do next, you go here and then you click import. You see where the import button is. You just click on it once. Then you click free, where it says free here. And then you go here downstairs, you scroll down and you go to this one, construction, and you click import. Once you clicked, it's going to end up on this page. So what you do, you first do this. You click this install Elementor. You wait, then you click activate, then you click install. Once it says activated, then you go for the next one. You click install, click activate, then you click this one, install, activate, install, and activate. So after that, you click here and then you click all because you want to import all the content. Make sure this is red here. Don't make sure it's not like this. So it has to be switched on, which is red. Import all attachments. Otherwise, it's going to be an impartial import. It's going to be not what you want. So once this looks the same like this, activated, install, and activated all, and then this looks like this, then you can import the demo. So before I import the demo, let me explain you two things. One, what I did here, and what I did is that I installed the plugins that this theme requires in order to function. And that's exactly what I've done. Before I import the demo, it even says here, following the plugin should install activate before the demo import. And let me show you the second thing, which is how the website looks like now. So the website looks like now like this. It's a very basic website. Nothing is literally nothing here. It's just none. And now I'm going to show you how it's going to look after the import. So we click import demo. It asks me if I'm sure. I say yes or okay. Then you have to wait. Don't walk away or go away from this page. Just wait because it's not going to take long. As you can see, it's already finished almost. Import is completed 100%, but you still have to wait. It's not, it's going to show you another button or maybe not. No. So that is, its import is completed. Once it's completed, you can now refresh the page here under this domain as I showed you. You refresh the page, reload, and just a second. Looks like there is a little problem somewhere. Probably the import didn't work. Okay. Import is completed. But let me see why we have some problems. Yeah, everything seems to be fine. It's been imported a part of this, which is very bizarre. Why this didn't import, which is the slideshow, is that banner that I was talking about, which is this one here. Let me see if it's a quick fix for this, and if it's not, then I will have to go to the next step. Yeah, so let's go to the next step. So the beauty for me, for example, this didn't I this first time actually I get this issue, this problem here. It's very first time. So this is very bizarre to me that this time specifically it did not work. In your case, it might work 100%, but in my case, probably because I use the same database that I didn't delete the tables. God knows what the reason is. It ended up that this doesn't work apart of anything else. Everything else it works, but not this one. Let me see if it's a quick fix. If it's not, then I'll go to the next step where I will explain you why, because this is a little bit funny because we got to the point where I can explain you why hosting your website with this company is such a big value for your business, for your website. And I'll tell you exactly why now. But let me see if I can fix this quickly. And so you can follow these steps that I'm showing you now in case you end up with this issue. Recreate kit, I knew it. Most likely this is because of the recreation of the kit. So what I will do, recreate kit. See, now it shows green. Then I click save changes. And if I go now to the website, basically I recreated the kit for this Elementor plugin, meaning it should show up normally now, but it still doesn't. So, okay. Yeah. It's not a big deal. It's something that it works. It's just something somewhere that is not making this render properly. As you can see in the Elementor, it shows all good, but not the same story when you go to the live website. And it might even be a situation with the caches. Subscribe now, and it looks like also some other things is missing. Okay, cool. What we do in this case is very simple. This is why I'm hosting all my websites with this company, and I'll tell you why. Guess what? I have this issue. I imported this demo. You guys followed my tutorial. But if you go here to the control panel of this web hosting company, you go to support, but no, open ticket. You click open ticket, then you choose general inquiries, or you choose this one, tech support department. You click, then it's gonna show up your name, your email. Then what you say here is like, I have installed a theme based on a tutorial and didn't work. Probably copy this. You give more information here. You say, I have installed a theme based on this tutorial. You can even click on the link and copy the link of the tutorial, which is the WordPress. Is the tutorial of this, is the link of this tutorial that I'm creating from YouTube. You copy it here, youtube.com, and then you click this link and then you tell them, listen, I installed this, I followed this tutorial, I installed the theme, but something went horribly wrong and it didn't end up with what I was expecting to see, which is this. Yeah. So once you tell them that, basically what they do is going to fix your problem for free. Simple as that. You pay nothing, absolutely nothing. All you had to pay is a web hosting plan, and that is it. The rest, they'll do it. Which means what they do, and so, sorry, let me finish this. So basically you explain them that you installed, you can even give them the link, and you tell them, listen, I followed this tutorial, but it didn't work. So can you fix this for me, please? Thank you. They will fix it. You can, if it's urgent, you click hi, and you click here. If you have more domains with them or websites, make sure you put the right domain. So basically you say, okay, this is my website. It's high, which means fix it as soon as possible because I need to launch my website online. You explain here you don't explain much. You just say, I use this tutorial. So what they're going to do, they watch the tutorial, they see what theme templates and anything that you've done and it didn't work, and then they fix it for you for free. And what you do, you click submit. Once you click submit, you're going to open a ticket with them and they're going to answer it to you in max 30 minutes, and probably in a few hours time or even less they fix your problem. Most likely it's less. So that's one of the reasons why I will suggest you follow my tutorials and you install your WordPress websites this way. And then if you run into issues, then you open tickets with this company and they fix it for you for free. Another reason why is why you should go with this company is because guess what? There is no other company on the planet I have ever found where a hosting company literally creates a video tutorial explaining you step by step on how to fix your issues with WordPress and your theme. So basically, you open a ticket or a live chat with web hosting companies these days, they will never create a video tutorial. They just simply text you back like email reply type thing. And they explain you in text. But no, this company, the first two tickets, replies to the ticket that you opened, they try to resolve it that way. But then when you say, I still don't understand, or they realize quickly that you're not getting it or you're not understanding how to fix it or stuff like that, then they suggest you to create a tutorial, and they create a video tutorial specifically with your theme, plugins, website, but it has to be WordPress. And you have to follow this tutorial because otherwise they won't be able to help you that way with a video tutorial if you don't follow my tutorials, for example. Somehow I'm affiliated with them and I use the affiliate marketing program they have here. So the reason I'm saying this is because once you've done that, then you're going to go through this process where you'll be able to get the help you need from them by video tutorials, by them logging into your website and fixing your install, your website. And that way you don't need to pay money. So you save hundreds of pounds, if not even more, by having someone fixing your website because you followed my tutorial and something didn't work. Again, 9 out of 10, you will never have this issue with a website ending up like this. You will end up like this, as it should be, or um, say you'll have some other issues probably that didn't work, and they fix it. As I say, they fix it most of the time in the same day or in the matter of 1 to 3 hours maximum, from my experience. So that's the reason why I suggest you to buy a hosting plan with these guys, follow my tutorial, and then you are set and secured when it comes to having your website fixed when you have issues. Another thing is, let's say, for example, you install the plugin. I just give you an example. Another reason why you should go with this company. When you go here and you install a plugin, let's say you want to install a security plugin. For example, you go to plugins, then you click add new plugin, and probably you're searching for one of the best that I recommend, by the way. It's iOS. This is one of the best security plugins I suggest for any WordPress install. WordFence is another one, but this is my favorite. And so what you do, you click install now because you want to secure your website even more. Then you click activate. I'll give you an example of what I'm trying to explain. And then as you can see, you've installed it here. But when you click here, you will realize that your security is zero because you have to configure. You have to go through all these steps to configure the plugin. And guess what? You are covered here also. You have your back covered because guess what? By hosting with this company, again, with WPHostee, you don't even need to worry about how to configure this plugin. It's enough for you to know which plugin to use for your website, and they do it for free. They even show you by creating a video tutorial. If you only ask them, they create a video tutorial and they explain you actually step by step on how to configure your plugin in case you want to do it. Otherwise, you can simply ask them, can you set up this plugin so that I have security on the WordPress website? And obviously they're going to do that. So that is it for today with this tutorial. That's what I wanted to explain you. And obviously this is very unfortunate, to be honest, because I didn't expect this to happen, but things happen sometimes. For example, some of this didn't work and can be easily fixed. As soon as you open a ticket with them, they're gonna help you. In case you're running into another thing I wanted to say, in case you're running into some issues, let's say you don't, during this process of me showing you how to install this theme for the construction company, let's say you're running into some problems or you don't know what to do. Even my tutorial probably is going to be a little bit confusing for you. I don't know what the reason is. It's very easy. What you do, let me sign out. Actually, no, let me open a new window. You go to this website, to the web hosting company, which is WPHostee with .com. And when you go here, or .co.uk, and when you go here, in my case, it's not showing up because I have a VPN installed, virtual private network, which for some reason hides the possibility for me to open a live chat with them. But if I switch off the VPN, you will see that it shows up here what is called a live chat. So simply open a live chat with them and ask them in real time, can you please help me because I'm following this tutorial on YouTube that I want to find out how to fix this. And they help you in real time. They literally, because they know about this tutorial that I'm creating, they know about it. So they resolve your problem in real time while you're watching my tutorial. They tell you step by step what to do. They explain you, and you can even tell them in the tutorial, I'm at a minute 2.3 in the tutorial, and for some reasons I don't know how to continue from there. You tell them why. So literally watching my tutorial, you're gonna have a real in life help from someone here from this live chat, which again in my case doesn't show up because I have a VPN and it hides it. But in your case, it's going to show up here if you don't use a VPN. If you use a VPN, please disable it. Otherwise, you won't see the live chat. That's the only problem. Otherwise, all good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Again, I didn't expect this, but most likely you're going to end up with something like this. And in your case, most likely it's going to work. But if it's not, open a live chat, open a ticket, and they're going to help you for free with no extra cost whatsoever. And I hope you have a nice day. With this tutorial, I can conclude it by showing you how to create a website for a construction company. As you can see here, we have portfolio. See, here we don't have any issues. We have the blog for the website I just created. We have the blog here, services. I click on the services. We have all the services with a frequently asked questions, accordion type style here, this section here. About, we have the about page. Great. We have this back to top button, contact. and home, which, as I said, the only problem that doesn't work is that slideshow, which is this one. And let me close this. And another one in my case is that the subscribe form doesn't show up here, which it should have worked, like this one doesn't show up. Right? Okay, cool. So I wish you a nice day, guys, and hit your like and follow and subscribe button in this video, so that helps me to create more videos like this, and I can create more video tutorials on how to create other type of websites, or simply ask me in the tutorial how to create a specific website, probably for a dentist practice or for a plumber specifically, or for God knows what other tutorial. So if you have a question about how this tutorial, you can ask me directly, and I can create a tutorial for you on showing you how to create a website in that niche that you are looking for. All right, I wish you a nice day. God bless, and see you soon for the next tutorial.